everybody! Today you will be learning about Sadako Sasaki and the 1000 paper cranes. I'm going to draw you a little story with stick figures. I hope you like it. Okay, so once upon a time there was a little girl named Sadako Sasaki. Sadako was waking up from her long night's sleep. And when Sadako woke up, here, let me put eyes. Let me just redo the person. So Sadako was waking up, and she was waking up from a sleep, and that day was the day, it's a memorial of the bomb that was dropped in Japan a long time ago. Well, not really a long time ago. About 1945 was when it happened. And it was the atomic bomb. And we dropped the atomic bomb on Japan, and it went boom, boom, boom. And it gave off stuff called radiation. Radiation was something that explains Sadako's story. Anyway, Sadako was going to go to the memorial because they had what they would call a fair at the Peace Park. And the Peace Park was just a place where they gathered and they had cranes and they would memorialize things and care with others. So Sadako was getting ready with her family, and they were so excited. And then Sadako ended up going up with her friend to the park, to Zuku, and they went to the park, and they were so happy, they couldn't wait, and they ran and ran and ran. And you know, Sadako loved to run. Sadako was the fastest girl on her team, and she also wanted to be in the track and field team. And she wanted to race. She knew, and her mother knew, that Sadako was born to race. So that night, when she came home, from the Peace Park fair thing, she came home and she prayed with her family and set off lanterns. And setting off the lanterns got rid of all the bad spirits. So then the next day she woke up and she was all happy. And they went to school with her siblings. She has 4 siblings. There was Iji, Mitsu, and I'm not sure, I don't remember the rest. But anyway, and she was going to school, and they were at school, and she was running in the hallway, and suddenly she felt dizzy, and she fell to the ground. And that was pretty much the sad part. But she remembered a while before, she felt dizziness when she was running, practicing for the big race. And she knew to keep it a secret. So when she fell at school, the teacher ran over to her. And then Sadako ended up going to the hospital. Sadako was so upset because she couldn't race. Whenever she was out of school and away from home, she knew that she couldn't race, which was a sad part. And it just gets even worse. So then Sadako was in bed one day, nervous, and she was just laying there in the hospital bed, and her mother was with her. And her mother was like, "It's okay, sweetie. You're fine. You're going to be okay." Just then, the doctor comes in the room. This is the doctor. And the doctor comes in the room, and the doctor says to her, "I'm sorry, Sadako, but you have a disease. It's the atomic bomb disease. I'm very sorry," and tells her about this disgrace. Even though the bomb hit when she was 2, the radiation still was powerful enough. And she said that she remembered, even though she was little, she remembered that day, that awful day, where the bomb, boom, and then it blew off a whole bunch of radiation, and she was a little baby, and she said that she could feel as though the sun was prickling her face like 1,000 needles. And Sadako was so upset when she found out that she had this disease. I mean, you would be too, correct? And Sadako lived for a while, and her friend, I think Chizuku, she came over to the hospital and she visited her, and she held something behind her back. And Sadako was a little confused. But then Chizuku showed Sadako the piece that she had. She had this piece of paper, and it was shaped like a square. And Sadako basically just sat there puzzled, like confused, like, what? How can a piece of paper help me? And then Chizuku told her, she said, don't you remember the legend that we learned? If you make 1,000 paper cranes, you will be granted one wish. Just one wish. And what they did was Chizuku took the piece of paper and folded it up, and it was a little sloppy, and gave Sadako the crane. And she said, here you go, there's one. And for weeks and weeks on end, Sadako created almost about 500 cranes, 500 or 600 cranes, before she passed. It was a long, long suffering time. She just was never living a normal life, as I should say. And when Sadako knew her times were going to come, she knew she had to make one more crane. And she made that one last crane, and she was done. And it says in the book that she felt the last crane felt like it was giving her just a jolt of energy, a jolt of precious life. And whenever you feel life, you feel happy. And Sadako passed, and to this day on, they still have the Peace Park, and it's over in Japan. And remember to check out more information about Sadako and the 1,000 paper cranes. I myself am trying to make 1,000, so please learn more about wonderful Sadako Sasaki. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and being very patient. Just remember to stay awesome, and I'm telling you, I want you to learn more about her. And just remember, just use infinity love. Love forever. Don't ever be a disgrace. Always love. Thanks for watching this video. Bye, guys.